Колеги, ми продовжуємо робочий день. До слова запрошується речник адміністрації президента України з питань АТО.
I give the floor to Presidential Administration spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, and now the events that happened in the ATO area during the last 24 hours. In Lugansk area, the enemy violated ceasefire once in the region of Popasna. At this, the occupants fired a mortar once, and then they carried out military actions with the grenade launchers and small arms. In the Donetsk area, low-intensity fire continues. The situation is that they continue firing, but they don't use heavy weapons, and the biggest number of shellings are carried out in Lugansk, Zaitsevo, Novgorodsk, and Pisky. In Mariupol area, the epicenter of the military action was the front line near Marinka. The enemy massively shelled and fired with small arms, with grenade launchers, and sporadically used APCs and anti-aircraft weapons and mortars. Firing between ATO servicemen and the militants were for 7 hours. Also, there were some shellings to the south in the region of Stragnativka and Chermalik. And in Mariupol area, the flights of 4 drones were observed. And during the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed, but one was wounded near Marinka. According to the information of the Chief Intelligence Department of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Russian Federation continues to supply their proxies with arms and ammunition. And the 6 tractors with tanks T-72, 2 Snezhne, 3 APC, 4 tanks, 3 Grad systems, 2 artillery units, and 2 trucks with cannons, and also in Lugansk area. To the south of Shastya, they brought 8 tanks, 12 APCs, and 30 trucks, and 2 Metalist village, that is to the north of Lugansk. Russians brought 8 trucks with mercenaries, 3 cannons, and also 2 fuel trucks. And the militants from 7 detached mechanized brigade of LPR that is deployed in Vergulivka village got some ammunition, 282mm and 120mm mortars. Ukrainian military intelligence also report on the suicide among the commanders of the militants. During the verification of the 9th detached motorized and rifle unit of DPR, the commander Dmitry Bondarev and Boris Degtyaryov Lieutenant Boris Degtyaryov committed suicide. He blew up a grenade and he was killed by this grenade, and other 3 Russian servicemen were wounded by this grenade. And Ukrainian special services detained the militants. In Kramatorsk, they detained an offender who joined the militants in 2014. He served at checkpoints and observed the movement of the military equipment of Ukrainians, and he saw the acts of looting from the side of the militants, and he fled to home, and he was hiding, and law enforcement bodies found him. Now the video. The task was for me to burn tires in order to provide signal to other checkpoints, and Russian Russian serviceman who didn't name himself. He addressed to me, and they asked me to join People's Republic, but I refused because I saw that there are some drug-addicted persons, and I didn't want to be with them. And I don't support the war in DPR. And I saw people who served there, and I asked them to lay their arms. And also, Putin should take his people away from that territory. And our special services detained 2 accomplices of the militants in Luganshina. One of them took part in the organization of a pseudo-referendum in May 2014, and another was the administrator of the site and social networks and disseminated anti-Ukrainian propaganda. And he got money from his curators from Moscow. This law enforcement officers confiscate ammunition in the region of ATO. The police found cache of arms in Mariinsky region, and they neutralized the threat to the residents. And they confiscated 2 anti-tank grenade launchers, 2 mines, 2 mechanical explosive devices, 4 grenades RGD, 5 ammunition, 2 grenade launcher, 5 detonators, and remote control 2 explosive device. Also, the officers of the civil and military cooperation brought children from Donetsk to the children's sanatorium in Berdyansk, and children got free invitations to this institution in the framework of charity project. In Rivnenshina firing ground, training of 4,000 servicemen is completed, and here they were trained, and these were grenade launch operators, machine gunners, and also gunners and snipers, and other specialists. And of course, the experience of the ATO operation is included, and they prepare the military equipment to further trainings. They also establish a tent, mobile kitchen, canteen, and a shower. Also, paratroopers continue to be trained, and they are trained in counteracting subversive groups, to counteract sniper activity, or their actions in case of trapping in an ambush. And also the paratroopers carry out many kilometer marches, and also they are trained in escorting the military equipment, and also training are continuing, and the students of 4th year of Command and Staff Faculty of National Academy are preparing for their state examinations, and they improve their knowledge and skills in tactical tactics, physical training, and also other things. 4 trucks with humanitarian help went through Novotroitsk checkpoint. They brought some humanitarian help from charitable organizations and from the International Committee of Red Cross. Do you have some questions or comments? If there's no comments and questions, thank you. We end our press briefing, and the next press conference is at 3 p.m.